What else? Why do you speak with so much emotion? What else? Because I'm talking about my life. Not something that I read. I hate that trash. I had no business being out trash. I lived in a abandoned building. I had no business. But each year your death was your life. What else? What else? Come on. But it's just so that's not there's no excuse. So, I told you I didn't get this gas. What else? What changed? I changed. I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I got to pay for this. Facts. I said I'm fine. I'm doing this right. Facts. I'm doing this right. They say spoken back from my lungs, but I need it daily. The dudes pop out the boat, you can call me Stanley. Broken down for three, judging fancy down, fancy. Jumping out the gym, you think you Jordan, they gon' air it. How the fuck is you preparing, nigga? Wrap you down like you was Aaron. Blow your brains out just for staring, that's the shit we hearing. Know you heard them signs blaring. Open doors inside the vandals, fire shots inside your window. All I need is my extendo. You know these dudes is blue, they try to aim at you, they try to bang at you. You know what fame to do, you know what change to do, that shit will change your view. If you aiming at me, then I'm aiming too, and your game is cool. You better watch your lane, the way she move, you could be a fool. Oh my God. Back on my grind, and you know that I'm getting it. Who could be more wicked than that nigga? Head trigger finger itching, ain't no syphilis. You may stay this nigga, and you got witnesses. I understand how real it's into the jungle. Had to maintain and keep going under. Now I'm just my boo, and I keep it humble. Only true brothers can love me. I'm from the city of brotherly love. You could get money or you could get slugged. RP to the both being dead. Guess he was gone too early. Couldn't even get a burger. The way we live in this murder. Murder, the murder, the murder, the murder, the murder. I used to want to be a surgeon. Don't think I could carry that burden. Be that type person. Instead of my people is urgent.
Oh, I lied too. I forgot yesterday. I said I was gonna play the other one. I'll play that one at the end then. What up? What up? What the fuck is up? You know that's progress over the stereotype. That's the hit single. That's the one everybody gonna love right there. That's the one. Once I get that shit set up like completely, cause that shit is I just playing around. That shit, I'm just letting y'all hear that shit first. Yeah, that's the one. That's for the people. If you listen to the words of my music, it have meaning behind it. It ain't the typical hip hop hood shit. I got the hood shit, but I'm a lyricist. I got bars, but I got a story. You gotta hear my message. I got bars like a motherfucker, man. You just gotta be tuned in. I be talking that shit. Anyway, mm, this one shouldn't be too long. Um, this one should be fairly short. Let me post my shit up there. I'm gonna figure out how to put all of that on here eventually, but for now, until I do, um, let me let y'all know. Let me make sure my shit up. Okay, so let y'all know exactly who I be. I'm not a nigga X say they don't know. Da da we be da da. Yeah, so I gotta let y'all know who I be. Turn this shit off. So you can find me. You know what I mean? Is it even gonna show? Uh, that's where you can find me on the gram. Blood Blaze 34. Yeah, I mean Blood Blaze 34. That's the ball. Should have saw it. Blood Blaze 34. That's the ball. Okay, let me throw some music on, man, while I'm doing this. Play some music while I'm doing this and shit. What vibe I'm in tonight? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't in that kind of vibe. That'd be crazy. Alright, I'm about to put slow jams on. I'm in the slow jam bag. Late night just got done. Got done rolling up, smoking a good joint. She was some gas. What did she call? Damn, what show they said it was called? I forgot. Some shit though. That shit was some gas. Let's dive in though. All right, so tonight I want to talk about. I want to talk about depression. And on most of my other videos, I never really went into it. So on this one, I'm gonna go into it a little bit more in detail. Give you a little bit more of a breakdown, but understanding of exactly what to look for, just to begin steps of figuring out if you need to seek help, if it's really severe, or if it's something minor that you can handle yourself. Maybe different change to help your situation, or if it's something that's more severe, more traumatic, where you need to get away from or possibly seek help. So go ahead, get right into it. I'm gonna try to keep it to about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, maybe 50 to an hour with my song at the end. I gotta play the track. I gotta play the track. If I got my own show, why wouldn't I fucking promote my own shit, right? It makes sense. Promote my shit on my show however the fuck I want to do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, stay to the end, man. Stay to the end, cause every show, every time I pop out, it's gonna be something different. It's gonna be something entertaining. It's gonna be something informative, motivational, something helpful, something to keep you going. All right. So there are many types of depression, including one, major depressive disorder, also known as clinical depression or unipolar depression. This type of depression involves feeling sad or down for the most of the time and losing interest in things you usually enjoy. Symptoms must be present for at least 2 weeks. Second one, persistent depressive disorder, also known as dysthymia. This type of depression involves less severe symptoms that last much longer, usually for at least 2 years. Damn. Three, seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD. This type of depression comes and goes with the seasons. Okay, we have number four, postnatal depression. This type of depression occurs around childbirth and affects one in every nine women who have had a child. Five, we are all familiar with this one, bipolar disorder. That's what we hear about. That's one that's more common. I've been hearing my whole life, oh, you bipolar, you bipolar. So that's definitely a common one that most majority of people, I think, have heard before at least once. This type of depression involves manic symptoms that look like the opposite of depression symptoms. Six, depression with symptoms of psychosis. This is a severe form of depression. We got disruptive mood dysregulation disorder. This is another type of depressive disorder. Last but not least, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, also known as PMDD, short term abbreviated. This is another type of depression disorder. To be diagnosed with depression, symptoms must be present for at least 2 weeks. Listen, I know for a fact that I have suffered with depression for a long period of my life. I think everybody has had some form of depression. I tend to look at it like kind of like everything else. It depends on what side of the spectrum you're on. Um, you could be more of a high level spectrum, or you could be more on the lower side of the spectrum, or you could be right there in the middle or in between. It really depends what you've been through and how you deal with it, how you some signs and shit that I've battled with in my life is definitely lack of sleep for sure. Um, confusion, lack of energy, um, unmotivated. The list is very, very, very long. But it also depends on the person, especially what you're going through, your environment, things of that sort. Okay, now these are some questions. How do you tell if you have anxiety or depression? Among other things, depression causes feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and reduced energy. Anxiety creates feelings of nervousness, worry, or dread. Although the two conditions are different, you can have both at the same time. Agitation and restlessness can be symptoms of both depression and anxiety. Depression versus anxiety. Which one do I have? Web and what is type 3 depression? Type 3 mixed anxiety slash depression. People may be nervous, have panic attacks, feel uncomfortable in their own skin, and have a tendency to be too negative. At Amen clinics, it's also common for these people to self medicate with toxic substances, alcohol or marijuana, that calm the brain. I'll be honest, on my channel, on my page, it's always honest. We keep it a Skiano over here. I don't prefer no way. We cut down trees over here. You know, that's how we come and we cut trees. What I mean by that is that means we face our fears, man. That means we go up against whatever it is that comes up against us. We ain't really with the look this way shit. If you try it, I mean, we with the shit. Um, we face our problems over there, man. We face our issues. We don't run away from them. We deal with them. We talk about them. We talk about them. You know, we express it. We let it be known. We deal with it, and we move on. What are the 4 Ds of depression? One simple way to remember the criteria in defining psychological disorders are the 4 Ds: deviance, dysfunction, distress, and danger, and possibly even a fifth D for the duration. There's a term called smiling depression. Someone with smiling depression is hiding their mental pain behind a happy face. Still might notice changes such as sleeping too much or too little, shifts in appetite or weight, unexplained physical problems such as headaches or backaches. It's a little creepy. Smiling depression is hiding the pain. A lot of us hide the pain, but everybody hides the pain differently. I hide my pain in multiple ways. Like it says, some people use substances and alcohol. You know, depending on what your DOC is, if you have one, it could get really hard. It could get really hard sometimes. You know, sometimes it could seem unbearable, but you always got to remember to keep pushing. You always got to keep remember to keep going. Stay away from or limit being around people that trigger you to do the things that you may be trying to stop doing. Like if you're trying to stop drinking, you know, stay away from people that's always drinking, going to the bars, or if you're trying to stop smoking, you know, stay away from people that are doing those things. If you got like a stronger drug addiction, you know, stay out of those circles, stay away from those connections, stay out of those areas. Um, I know it's tough, especially with a mate. You know, I've had relationships where I understand, you know, you get caught in a loop. You get caught in a loop and you get wrapped up in other people's shit and you lose yourself, you know. And sometimes it takes you a very, very, very long time to realize that. And that is a very, 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 very big part of depression, in my opinion. My experiences and what I've been through, man, major, major part of depression. Carrying other people's burdens and shit. You lose yourself. All right, where we at? 20 minutes. What is psychotic depression? Do you know? If you know, congratulations. No sarcasm. You know, yo, I had a lot of asshole teachers too. Like, I ain't gonna lie, all my teachers loved me though. I was low key bad as shit. Always in trouble, always been suspended. I always was smart though. Like, always was smart. Passed my tests, got good grades. Always wait to the last minute, but still somehow I used to always be good. Pass barely at the end, like, always had enough. Um, but I had a lot of teachers that just fucking jerks to me. Like, this old head named Mr. Sawyer. Mr. Sawyer, I think it was either fifth or sixth grade. Fifth or sixth grade. Possibly seventh. But I think sixth for sure. We had Mr. Sawyer. Mr. Sawyer was this black dude. And you know, he had his moments where he was cool. He had his moments where he just was. And he was always kicking me out of class, man. Always kicking me. I was always late. Always giving me a pink slip. Always sending me to the I forgot what the room was called that they used to send us to in school, but it was like the detention room. And it was all the way in the basement. And yo, I used to be in there like maybe 3, 4 times a week. All the bad kids used to have to go in there. I was always in there, suspended, in school suspension, something. But Mr. Sir used to be like, get out. He used to yell like, get out, boy. Like, get out, boy. And don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. Like, it used to have me mad as shit back in the day, but now it's funny. You know, it's funny. Because now, all the teachers that used to be horrible to me, dog, like, I really feel like I now have the opportunity to actually really be that person, a real teacher, real mentor, like really give advice, a counselor or something. Good with that kind of shit. Always been good with like mediating. I mean, I'm good with both sides. I think my teachers definitely caused me a lot of depression and shit, and I think that's why I think I find this shit so like intriguing or therapeutic because I like to teach. I like the smart as fuck, man. People listen to me, and I like to learn. Like, not only am I doing this for y'all, I'm actually learning as well. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we help each other on this side. What is psychotic depression? Some people who have severe depression may also experience hallucinations and delusional thinking. The symptoms of psychosis, depression, where psychosis is known as psychotic depression. Yo, I think my ex had all of these motherfuckers. I think she had all of these jobs, yo. Oh my god, shit, it was fucking bonkers, man. We gonna get into all of that. We gonna listen. I have a ton fuck. I have a shitload. I have a oh my goodness. I have a lifetime of stories. Like I got stories for like an 80-year-old man. Like I have so many things that I've been through, seen, felt, witnessed, fought through. overcame, dodged. You see, you see, because I know all of us have, you know, all of us have, and we haven't been taught what's wrong with us. And we told, oh, it's anger, oh, it's, oh, they just fucking animals, oh, they just, no, bitch, it's real shit going on. Okay, am I depressed or just sad? You might cry, listen to sad music. I listen to sad music like a motherfucker. Like my playlist be up and down. I got some shit that's jumping. Then the next song will be like some medium shit. Then the next song will be jumping again. Then the next 10 songs is just like sad as fuck. So now my mood is like, now I'm thinking about the now I'm feeling guilty. Now I want to call a bit like you gotta play music. You might cry, spend more time alone. Being sad is a normal reaction in difficult times, but usually the sadness goes away. When a sad mood lasts for 2 weeks or more and interferes with normal everyday function, you may be depressed. I suffer from that for sure. These times I might be fucked. I might be down for like a month. Nigga just be in his head for like a month. Like, damn. Nigga don't want to shave. Nigga don't want to get no shape up. None of that. Sometimes it be like that, and life be kicking ass for real. Life be like, life be like this with you. Nigga. All that shit bundled up. Mm-hmm. And it still be getting through. Like, oh, how you still get through? You gotta throw them things back. You gotta get back in there. Mm-hmm. Get back in there. That's all. What is the 333 for anxiety? Okay. Have you ever heard of the 333 rule? If so, great. The hell is that? If not, the 333 anxiety rule involves observing three things you can see, three things you can see, three things you can hear, three things you can touch or move. It is a grounding technique, a coping skill to manage intense emotions by steering the mind away from anxiety and toward the present moment. I need to figure out how to screen share on this John. That'll be fire. Once I figure that out. ADHD or depression. Both disorders bring mood problems, forgetfulness, and inability to focus. But there are slight differences. Emotions, ADHD moods are transient, precipitated by a setback. Depressive moods are pervasive and chronic. Motivation. Individuals with ADHD are overwhelmed by deciding what to do first. Are you having a breakdown? How do you know? If you feel you are having a nervous breakdown, you may have anxiety or depression that you can't manage. Withdraw from your usual daily activities, miss appointments or social activities, feel hopeless or helpless. All right, what triggers depression? There is no single cause of depression. It can occur for a variety of reasons and it has many different triggers. Some people, an upsetting or stressful life events such as bereavement, divorce, illness, redundancy, and job or money worries can be the cause. Different causes can often combine to trigger depression. What's the trigger for my depression? I think anybody and everybody gets depressed if they aren't working. Like, say, like, remember COVID and COVID happened, and um, they were shutting everything down. I remember for like 3, 4 months, I was out of work. Everything was shut down. Couldn't get the PPEs or none of that shit. So like during that time, I was real depressed. Nigga was hurting bad as shit. I wasn't never like homeless, shit like that. I wasn't never. I mean, but I'm saying in a sense, wise, depression wise, I was in like a really different place than where I am now. You know that if you ever suffer from alcohol, have an alcohol addiction, then you would understand. If you ever had any DOCs or any type of addictions or substance abuse or sex abuse or things of those sorts, then you understand where I'm coming from and what I'm saying. We speak the same lingo. Um, what is type C depression? Type C personality traits have been linked and feelings of hopelessness. Difficulty expressing emotions can play into depression. When you can't express your needs and bottle up anger or frustration, you generally end up feeling denied, resentful, or unwanted. What is the deepest form of depression? Clinical depression is the more severe form of depression, also known as major depression or major depressive disorder. It isn't the same as depression caused by a loss, such as the death of a loved one, or a medical condition such as a thyroid disorder. Some may wonder, are there any forms of depression that can be untreated? Treatment resistant depression, abbreviated term TRD, is a type of major depressive disorder. MDD. It happens when at least two different first line antidepressants aren't enough to manage the condition during a depressive episode. So when you're going through the things that you're going through and you're going through it alone, or or there are people around you that are causing these things, how can you pull yourself out of it? You can try these coping strategies if you're feeling depressed. Stay in touch. Don't withdraw from life. Be more active. Pick up some form of exercise. Face your fears, which I tell y'all here. That's gonna be something y'all hear me say a lot. Face your fears. Run into them motherfuckers, not away from them. Because when you run away from them, they just come back around later in life, and you smack that right back into them again. And then you gotta go through that all over and over and over again. And if you are a person like me, I done ran into so many fucking things the same time, the same way, so many times in different situations that I'm telling you, face your fucking fears. Otherwise, they're gonna keep coming back and haunting you over and over and over and over again. Then you're gonna die and never got past the motherfuckers. You know? And then the people that put spells on you and the people that never thought that you would be anything or told you nothing, all of those people they win. You know, they win in the end because you never overcame that side of yourself. You know, and that's really what they want, you know. So yeah, fuck all that. We face the shit over here. We can is on this side. You hear me? Don't avoid the things you find difficult. Don't drink too much alcohol. For some people, alcohol can become a problem. I've relapsed before. I don't drink anymore because if I do, it's sporadic. If I do, it's it's like I said, sporadic. It might be like a special occasion. I might pop out one night, go get a drink or something, but I don't excessively drink, or I don't even really drink on occasions like that. Like I said, it's like once in a while, rather than in my past. There were times when I was using alcohol to cope instead of using it for a good time. Try to eat try to eat a healthy diet and have a routine. Okay? So these are for any ladies, if they were wondering, are there or what are the signs of depression in women? Common symptoms include anxiety or irritability, feelings of hopelessness, worthlessness, or helplessness, loss of interest or pleasure in hobbies and activities, fatigue, lack of energy, or feeling slowed down, difficulty concentrating, remembering, or making decisions, changes in sleep or appetite. What is high functioning depression? Understanding high functioning depression. Essentially, this term refers to anyone who is grappling with mental health issues while accomplishing their day-to-day tasks and upholding their responsibilities. Why am I so slow mentally and physically? Takeaways. When you have psychomotor retardation, Both your thoughts and your movements slow down. It's a side effect of conditions like major depression and bipolar depression, as well as some physical disorders like stroke. Some drugs can cause it too. What's often mistaken for depression? It is possible for anxiety disorders to be mistaken for depression and vice versa. Both anxiety and depression share some common symptoms such as fatigue, difficulty sleeping, and a lack of interest in activities. This is why you need to pay attention to yourself and learn your triggers so you'll be able to tell the difference between the two because they are very similar, but there's slight differences in between them. One of the differences that you'll be able to tell is timing, like how long they last. Me personally, I think that depression lasts longer than anxiety. You know, anxiety I think is something that more so comes and goes, and I think depression has more of a "oh, I'm staying until you deal with me, motherfucker" kind of attitude. You know, how do you snap out of depression when you're going through it? How do you wake up out of it? How do you say, you know what, I'm gonna get up and wash my ass today? Like, how do you say, you know what, I've been in this bed, I've been on this couch, I haven't washed clothes, room looks crazy, got dishes everywhere, clothes everywhere, shoes everywhere. How do you snap out of this? Number one, you can get help, therapy, counseling, things of that sort. Two, set realistic goals and light of the depression and don't take on too much. Three, break large tasks into small ones. Four, try to be with other people and confide in someone. Five, do things that make you feel better. Six, get regular exercise. Seven, expect your mood to get better slowly, not right away. Yeah, what y'all doing? Alright, we're gonna go back. Mm, let me That made me lose my place though. What y'all got going on? How you gonna do me like that? Well, that must be my cue to get ready to wrap it up. Okay, all right. How many in 10 people suffer from depression? In general, the researchers found that in 2020, having depression may having depression for longer than a year occurred in 1 in 10 Americans and almost 1 in 5 adolescents and young adults. What age is depression most common? While major depression can develop at any age, the average age at onset is the mid 20s. Yeah, I think I went through my most depressing stage at probably between like 25, 25 and 32, 25 and 33, something like that, 26, 33, 26, 32. Around those times, like around that time, in my most depressive years, trying to figure out where I was going, what lane I wanted to be in, what career I wanted to be in, children, all of that stuff. Like yeah, there's a lot of depression going around at that time. Crazy baby moms, crazy situations. I mean, so what I'm saying is I'm like the most relatable motherfucker you could ever meet. Why? Because I've been through a little bit of everything, man. I've seen it all, I've done it all, and I just want to see people do better. I just want the best for people, and I understand that some people just dickheads, man. Some people just really come to the earth. Some people really just are assholes, man. Some people are just really fucking evil cheese. And then there are people that really have actual problems or really have issues or really have mental issues, but they good people. Or they have mental issues and they just need help. They just need the right help. They need the right help. Like I had a lot of teachers in school that they really could have helped me. Like they really could have helped me, but rather than helping me, they pretty much just, pushed me away, sent me to the detention center, suspended me, you know, and I wasn't. It wasn't that I didn't understand. I understood what the fuck perfectly fine. I felt like I was smarter than them. I felt like they were stupid. But um, I don't want to repeat that. I don't want to repeat that. I understand that there are young men and children and adults out there that are very smart. They just need a little guidance. They need, they need some things slowed down from time to time. Break it down slowly for them so they could grasp possibly what may be happening to them in their life. Telling them because I'm learning all this stuff on my own. All these problems I've been having all my life. Nobody never told me it was this. It was depression. It was mental disorders. It was shit like that. Like so. Yeah, man. I think we all have some sort of depression. Us. We all get depressed. We all get sad. We all get anxiety. We all have a little bit of narc. But there are people out here that ain't shit, and they're worse than the regular people. I just opened a fortune cookie. Uh, you can see that tonight. What the hell does that say? Tonight, your presence will light up a room. Well, hopefully, If I got any more of them fortune cookies, that shit be good as hell. Man, I think that might have been the last one. That shit was good as it was good as hell. Listen, you can overcome anything you put your mind to. Sometimes it may not seem like it. Other times it may be hard as hell. But never quit, never give up. Always keep going. Being true to yourself. And stay positive because it's so easy to get sidetracked. So easy. It's so easy to get tricked out your freedom. Trying to get tricked out your freedom, you lose. The other person wins. No more letting people win over us or you because I ain't letting nobody win over me. I'm relaying the message not to let nobody win over you. Not saying to compete. I'm saying not to be an evil fucking person and be trying to not don't be no pushover. Don't be somebody that's just a sucker, man. Have some self respect, some dignity, some integrity. And if you know you have a problem, then do something about it. If you're in a relationship with somebody you can't do nothing about right now, I would recommend I would recommend writing. I would recommend writing, or like if you have a computer or a laptop, I would recommend putting your feelings and thoughts and then throughout time, go back and read it. You'll shock yourself. Mm, alright.
Sharing is important. Hey, can I have one? What you share is up to you. Get one pet simulator toy for you and one to share. 9 pairs in all. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon. And today, you are arranging what life and fortunes control. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which has today. You are arranging what life and fortunes control, and abandoning what lies in yours. What are you looking at? Toward goal are you straining? The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Feel good to release some of this anger. Possibly never there, so my mom's had to mangle. Promise I'd always protect her if she was in danger. When approach the situation, gotta look from every angle. Cause everybody don't think like you shit. And everybody ain't gonna like you, try to bang on you like Michael. Just cause they caught up in the cycle. I'd be damned if I say that I ain't believe in that Bible. Maybe that's why I think like a disciple. Times running short and we to focus on the items. I said first, I ain't know it perfect. I peeped my rivals, they say no, it was created till they was caught up in the titles. Nowadays we get you caught up in the title. We got so much in common, I swear that I be just like you. But you and that now, they say I'm wild. Mama got three and none of them three. Under 6 feet, grateful. Thinking to myself, we need to pray more. One ball's move, it's all over like the 8 ball. I see it your way, Charles. In my mind, on my money and your money on that 8 ball. Real brother to myself, y'all niggas play boys. Every time I lose, some I bounce back and make more. I can't see myself categorize a fake ball. Too many fathers give up on kids and go AWOL. Study the mother of this they try to make you pay for. Go with something I'm still learning at the day for. When I need you respect, why I feel I got a slave for. You can keep it, let's keep this shit decent. Last place I wanna be is sitting in the precinct. Got too much to prove in my life before I leave it. ARIAH, you know I mean it. Know what they tell you, just don't believe it. You know that this the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm. 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 We coming.